Welcome back, everybody, to For the Sake of the Parlay. Today is May 19th, 2026, and what we're going to do today is review yesterday's parlay of the day with our alternate line suggestions and give you today's parlay of the day with our alternate line suggestions. All right, so let's get right into it. But before we get into today's video, let me tell you why you should subscribe. We are PPCs here, and PPCs are professional parlay creators. Parlays is what y'all want, and parlays is exactly what y'all gonna get here on this channel. We specialize in 8-leg parlays, and we do this full time. We're giving you parlays consisting of all types of bets, including player props, totals, and spreads across all major sports. Next, this is a collaborative channel consisting of two people. We are lucky to have two PPCs in this channel, in the architect and the voice. Obviously, I am the voice, but the architect is really the one doing a lot of the planning, designing, and managing throughout the parlay making process. Without the architect, there would be no channel or none of these parlays. Lastly, and most importantly, we are giving you free daily content with picks and receipts. This is our 43rd day in a row of posting parlays with reviews. We are showing you our actual betting slips and the results. We're going to keep posting and showing you the results because we don't get tired like Kevin Gates, and we ain't never scared like Bone Crusher. We ain't new to this, we true to this, y'all. And y'all know y'all doing the same damn thing as us every day, so you might as well smash that like and subscribe button and do it for the sake of the parlay. So let's start off with our review from yesterday, May 18th, 2026. And why these reviews are important is they're going to be very helpful the next time you make a bet. And that day could be today or any day in the future. However, two, we are different than other channels. Other channels just want to talk about the wins, glorify the wins, but we're going to talk about our losses and take deep dives and give you insight that you aren't going to get on other channels or on mainstream media. So yesterday we wound up going 6 out of 8 picks and another very, very close parlay of the day. We were 1 goal away in the Montreal and Buffalo Game 7 game, and then we just made a bad call on that Coors Field Texas Rangers at the Rockies game. However, it was really close, and 75% is still really good. Given that we still have good individual picks, you could tell our parlay of the day, or you choose our individual picks when we give out our picks on this channel. And just remember, we are still improving and grinding in our betting strategies as we are still in the search for our first channel win. So first, we were right about the over 9 runs in this Toronto Blue Jays and New York Yankees game. Then we were also right about the over 9 in San Francisco Giants at Arizona Diamondbacks. However, we were wrong about the under 9.5 runs in the Texas Rangers at Colorado Rockies game. We were right about the Tampa Bay Rays winning on the money line. And then in the 2-pick same game parlay, we were right about the over 220.5 and the San Antonio at OKC. And also, we were right about Julian Champagny recording 2+3s. And then lastly, in the 2-pick same game parlay, we were definitely right about Montreal Canadiens winning their Game 7 game. We took them on the plus 1.5 puck line, but however, we were wrong about the over 5.5 goals. All right, the first bet we were right about was this Toronto Blue Jays at New York Yankees over 9, and the Yankees wound up winning a close game in 7-6. However, it was very high scoring. Now, this is something I want people to pay attention to. All right, you see, it's Paul Blackburn and Rodriguez. Blackburn got the win and Rodriguez got the loss. But what's important to note here is that the starting pitchers are not here. And the reason why they're not here is because they both did not do very well. All right. So as you can see here, Patrick Corbin, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. A very mediocre, not good game. And the thing with Weathers, he pitched 5.1 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. All right. But the reason is they didn't get the win is because they didn't pitch long enough to get the win. And this guy Rodriguez had an absolutely terrible game. You can see here, he gave up 3 hits and 4 runs and 4 earned runs in only 0.1 of the innings. So that means he only pitched for 1 out, and he gave up a whole bunch of runs in a third of the inning, which is terrible. And as you can see here, our bet was good as it got into the 7th inning. There was a whole bunch of runs scored, but hey, this bet went green for us. I was right. Also, I just want to note that Patrick Corbin, he still has been getting lucky. He left with a lot of men on base. So I expected him, even next game, to have a bad game as well. All right, next, we were right about the over 9 in the San Francisco Giants at Arizona Diamondbacks game, and the Diamondbacks wound up winning 12-2. All right, so our over bet cleared very easily. What was very interesting is that our bet was good right here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Zach Gallen, he pitched a pretty decent game, pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, only 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. But my man Robbie Ray, he had a terrible game, okay? It don't get worse than this. 4.1 innings pitched, 11 hits, 9 earned runs, only 1 strikeout and 2 walks. And I'm pretty surprised they left him in the game that damn long. But hey, giving up 10 runs in 4 innings is absolutely terrible. But you can see here, The Diamondbacks had a better job managing their game and bullpen. They had each bullpen pitcher pitch 1 inning each, and the Giants really struggled to finish the game and gave up 12 runs. And as you can see here, like I said, our bet was good on the 3rd inning, and it cleared in the 5th inning. And yes, this game went well over. And the first bet we were wrong about was this under 9.5 runs in this Texas Rangers at Colorado Rockies game. And the Rockies wound up winning 7-6. And what's very interesting here is that Quintana, he pitched an okay game. He pitched 5.2 innings, got the win, got 7 hits, and then gave up 3 earned runs with 4 strikeouts. But what was very interesting is Gore of the Rangers, he only pitched 1 inning and he gave up 2 earned runs, and it looked like the Rangers had a bullpen game. As you can see here, they featured 6 pitchers compared to Rockies 5, and yeah, it was a close game, but just low here, you see all these damn runs scored. All right, I think we're just gonna implement, if it's at Coors Field, it's gonna be an over. It's gonna be an over more times than it's gonna be an under, and we just have to learn and make that adjustment next time. But yeah, this was not a good pick as 13 runs were scored and we took the under 9.5. Next, we were right about the Tampa Bay Rays winning on the money line against the Baltimore Orioles, and we couldn't have been more right. All right, damn, they won 16-6. We should have picked the over too, but damn, they won 16-6. And McClanahan, he had an okay game. He pitched 5 innings, so he got credit for the win, but he gave up 6 hits and 4 earned runs and had 6 strikeouts. However, we were right in predicting Tyler Rogers. He had a very, very bad game as we predicted. He only pitched 3.2 innings, gave up 8 hits and 7 earned runs and only 3 strikeouts, but that was absolutely terrible. He got rocked. And as you can see here, obviously the Tampa Bay Rays just straight crushed the Baltimore Orioles, so this was a very good pick on our part. The Tampa Bay Rays won, and they won by 10 runs. Next, we were right about the over 220.5 in the San Antonio Spurs at OKC game, and Julian Champagny recording 2+ threes. Now, this game went into double overtime, and the Spurs wound up winning 122 to 115. And what's even crazier is that this over didn't hit until the 2nd overtime. So it didn't even hit with the first overtime. I think it was 108 to 108 at the end of the first overtime. However, the Spurs won and our over cleared, even though it was close. And then Champagny, he came through for us. However, he only had 1 3 at halftime. And as you can see here, this game was on pace to be scored well under 220.5 points. But Champagny came through. He finished the game with 11 points and went 3 for 11 from 3. All right, so this is a good note. We know Champagny has that shooter in him. He's got that clip. He's going to put up them shots. He don't care if you miss him or not. But hey, he made 3. We only needed him to get 2. And both of those bets in this 2-pick same game parlay came through for us. Lastly, in a 2-pick same game parlay, we took the Montreal Canadiens to win on the plus 1.5 puck line, and they did. However, we were wrong about the over 5.5. And this was a very close game. However, Canadiens wound up getting the win 3-2. So they did cover the puck line because they won outright, and they're really good at doing that. And one of the biggest reasons is their goalie, Jacob Dobes. He saved 37 out of 39 shots, and that is very elite with a 95% save percentage. However, Luukkonen of the Sabres did not have a good game. He only saved 22 out of 25 shots. And hey, as I predicted, Montreal has a very good Game 7 record. They just added to that last night with the win, and we're going to be looking for them and betting them in their series against the Hurricanes, as we expect them to perform well, and maybe we'll outright win this series and be in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since 1993. All right, so they came through for us a lot. We like them. They like to play close games, and yes, they're the only Canadian team left, and we expect them to continue to do well. All right, let's take a look and see how our alternate line suggestions did from yesterday, May 18th, 2026. First of all, we recommended the over 7.5 total runs in the Toronto Blue Jays and New York Yankees game. This game went over because there were 13 runs scored total. The Yankees won 7-6. Our over 9 runs hit in our parlay of the day. So obviously our 7.5 runs hit in our alternate line suggestion. Next, this is why this segment is so important. We took the over 5.5 in our parlay of the day, but we recommended the over 4.5. All right, and this would have been the difference in winning your parlay. Okay, we took the over 5.5 in our parlay of the day. That did not hit. However, this over 4.5 did hit. If you would have took this alternate line of over 4.5 goals, that would have been good for you and go green. You could have won in your parlay. And lastly, we were way wrong about this under 11 runs that we recommended taking. We took the under 9.5 runs in our parlay of the day. Neither one hit. This was a high-scoring game in Coors Field. We should have known better. However, this under 11 most definitely did not hit as Colorado won 7-6. Here's what you've been waiting for. Here's today's parlay of the day for May 19th, 2026. And just remember, we are giving you that raw octopus here. That octopus is that 8-leg parlay, that raw parlay ticket. And we are finally going to turn it into some calamari on this channel so we can eat good. All right, now here's the parlay of the day. All right, and shout out to the architect for another beautifully put together parlay. We're gonna turn $11 into about 500. First of all, we're gonna start off with the over 3.5 team total runs for the Washington Nationals. Then we're gonna take Yardarmo Vargas to get one hit against the San Francisco Giants. Then we're gonna take the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line against the Chicago Cubs. Then we're gonna take the Dodgers in the first 5 innings against the San Diego Padres. Then we're gonna take Brittany Sykes to get 4+ rebounds, and then we're going to take a 3-pick same game parlay. We're going to take Evan Mobley to record 1+ 3-pointer, the under 34.5 for Karl Anthony Towns and his points, rebounds, and assists. And then lastly, we're going to take Donovan Mitchell to record 4+ rebounds. First, we like the Washington Nationals to record over 3.5 team runs. And the reason behind this is because they are leading the league in runs a game at 5.4 runs a game. They are swinging the bat extremely well, and their offense has been very consistent, okay? So the good thing about the Nationals is their offense is consistent, not so much their pitching. However, the Mets starting pitching has been struggling and has been very inconsistent. So I think the combination of the Nationals' hot offense and the Mets' struggling pitching is going to be a very easy thing for the Nationals to accomplish and go over this 3.5 team run. Next, we like Yardarmo Vargas to record 1+ hit. We like this because right now he's batting about 335, and that's very good. That's very elite. Also, he has a low strikeout rate. He's in the 93rd percentile of batters in the Major League Baseball. So that only means out of 100 batters, only 7 strike out less than Vargas, which is very good. Also, he's had 53 hits in 39 games, and he just had a multi-hit game yesterday, okay? So he's more than capable of doing this. And lastly, and one of the most important things is he is a contact hitter, okay? He's an everyday baseball player. He's not out there trying to swing for the fences every time. He's trying to help his team out, okay? And him being that type of player and type of hitter is a great way of why he's a great bet to record 1+ hit tonight against the Giants. Next, we like the Dodgers on the first 5 innings money line versus San Diego Padres. And we like this because Sheehan is better than Canning of the Padres, all right? Sheehan will be striking out a lot of the Padres, and due to the Dodgers having the better offense, they're going to have a great start against Canning, and they're going to get off to that hot start and score a lot of runs within the first couple of innings, and that's going to lead them to win this bet. Also, it just removes any bullpen worries because obviously there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the bullpen. Even though the Dodgers do have a good bullpen, we won't have to worry about them. We can rely on Sheehan's arm. He's going to strike out a lot of these batters, and the Dodgers will win on the first 5 money line. All right, next we like the Milwaukee Brewers to win on the money line against the Chicago Cubs. And we like this because Mizorowski, he's a little bit better than Brown. They're both off to a really good start of this year, but we feel like Mizorowski has the higher upside. He's going to be striking out more people. Also, Milwaukee has a superior bullpen. They have one of the top 10 bullpens in all of Major League Baseball. So once Mizorowski does leave the game, that's if he does leave the game, the bullpen will keep it very low scoring and they won't allow many runs, if any at all. And then lastly, Milwaukee's offense has been very consistent. They're a little bit more consistent than the Cubs. They both have about the same record, but Milwaukee is just a better overall team, and that's why we like them to win on the money line. Next, we're taking Brittany Sykes to record at least 4+ rebounds. And we like this because she's one of the best rebounding guards in the WNBA, all right? And she's averaged 4 to 5 rebounds a game in her career, okay? So 4 is on the low end. We expect her to come through. And then next, she's a veteran guard that plays a lot of minutes, all right? She's really the heart and soul of her team. And yeah, just that alone, she seems like she's that type of player that's going to make this happen. And lastly, she's a hustling type of player and is very athletic. So she's going to be all over the floor. She's the heart and soul of her team. We definitely expect her to come through for us. I know it's a WNBA game, but it sounds like this is going to be a good, safe bet for us. Lastly, in a 3-pick same game parlay, we're going to take Evan Mobley to record at least 1+3, Karl Anthony Towns to record under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and Donovan Mitchell to record 4+ rebounds. And we like Evan Mobley to record 1+3 because he's averaging about 1.3 3-pointers in the playoffs, all right? So this is his average. He should do his average. Also, he's hit at least 1 3-pointer in 5 of the 7 games that they played in the series against Detroit, all right? So that's actually very good. And also, the guard play from Harden and Mitchell is going to leave him open. James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are penetration, driving type of guards, and that's how Mobley gets his threes. He's going to get his threes on kickouts when he's wide open, and he's an NBA player. He should be able to hit at least 1 wide open 3 if he averages 1 a game. Next, we like Cat to record under 35 points, rebounds, and assists. And we like this because he's been averaging lower than his season total, about 16 points a game in the playoffs. And that's because he's been assisting more, all right? So when he's passing more, he can't be scoring more, but he's been averaging about 8 assists a game. And also, this could potentially be a blowout. The spread right now is 7.5 points, but they're expecting the Knicks to win. So in blowouts, that affects the lineups, and he might not be playing as much towards the end of the game. So we do like this under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists to hit for us. Lastly, we like Donovan Mitchell to record at least 4+ rebounds in his game tonight. And we like this because he averages about 4.5 rebounds a game. And due to this being the Eastern Conference Finals, he's going to see an increased usage and minutes. And he's had that all throughout the playoffs. He's been playing more than he did in the regular season. Also, he's hit this number in 5 straight games leading up to this one. All right, so we like him to at least score 4+ rebounds, and they call him the spider, so we need him to go up and grab some boards like a spider will grab the web on a wall or something. All right, so we definitely think he's going to come through for us. He's very aggressive, and he should be able to just have 4 rebounds fall to him during this game. All right, here are our alternate line suggestions for today, May 19th, 2026. First of all, we're going to recommend taking the Milwaukee Brewers on the plus 1.5 run line. Now, we're taking them to win on the money line in our parlay of the day. However, giving them an extra run and a half is a better bet because not only do they not have to win, all they have to do is keep it close. But we expect them to win, so we definitely expect this plus 1.5 run line bet to hit. Next, we're taking Brittany Sykes to get over 4 rebounds in our parlay of the day. However, we're recommending having her take at least 3 rebounds. All right, so you're giving yourself a 1 rebound cushion just in case she doesn't get that 4th rebound. We expect her to get 4, but obviously taking her for 3 rebounds is a better bet. Lastly, we're recommending taking the Dodgers on the plus 1.5 run line. Now, we're taking them on the money line in the first 5 innings. However, if things don't go well in the first 5 innings, the Dodgers have 4 more innings to figure it out and at least make the game close, if not outright win. So this plus 1.5 run line bet is a better bet and safer bet than taking them to win in the first 5 innings. And just remember, with our alternate line suggestions for today, a better number equals more cushion. For example, taking the Dodgers on the plus 1.5 run line is a better bet than taking the Dodgers to win outright on the first 5 money line. Next, that better number always means less odds. For example, the Dodgers to win on the first 5 innings money line is minus 160. However, the Dodgers to win on the plus 1.5 run line for the game is minus 380. All right, there you have it, everybody. That was the parlay of the day. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck betting today, especially if you're trailing our bets. And just remember, winners never quit. Miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and one good parlay can make your day. All right, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video and another parlay of the day.